And hello, Taurus. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for showing up. Today, as you've seen in the title, we are talking about Mercury direct. Now, keep in mind that we're doing this at the time that Mercury is going direct. However, we still have that shadow for another 2 weeks. Doesn't mean that energy is not going to be moving forward, but there could still be some situations going on, some reviews, rechecking, rebuilding, reconnecting, all of that here for you. Okay, so let's see what comes up for you with this, starting with the energy oracle cards. And okay, this is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus sign. However, because we're talking about a planet astrology, I strongly recommend that you start by checking your ascendant, your rising sign, then the sun, and then the moon. Okay, of course, you can check all of your strong placements or placements. We all have the 12 houses in our natal chart. If you don't know, you can check online. There's a lot of free resources as well to get your free natal chart so you can understand a little bit better. But I suggest that you start with your rising ascendant sign, okay? So let's get started here. Thank you so much for being here. We already have a lot of energy here. I'm feeling we have a lot of feminine energy, okay? I'm not talking about genders, I'm talking about the energy. So when I'm talking about the feminine energy, I'm talking about intuition, understanding, right? That being patient, connecting with the heart, connecting with all of that. Now, we have two cards here connected with chakras. So, chakras could be something very important to you during this time, aligning the chakras, connecting with yourself, understanding yourself a little bit better. Now, we start here with number 38 with the fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. Now, fourth chakra is the heart chakra, so the chakra of healing, and we have also Archangel Raphael, the healer. Okay, so we're talking about at this Mercury retrograde, there could be a bigger sense of connecting with myself, healing the parts of me that I have disowned, that I have rejected through life, because maybe someone rejected me in some way, shape, or form. So I am deciding to work on myself when it comes to that. Okay, I was just looking because it's like clouds in the back, but I kind of felt it was an extra wing. I kind of felt it was an extra wing in the back, so you could actually have extra protection around this time for you. Now we have the seventh chakra, Archangel Uriel. Now this is the crown chakra, your connection with the divine, right? This even feels like the heart and mind coherence in some way, shape, or form here. It feels like the more you connect with your heart, the more you understand, the more you receive. Remember, you said it feels like you have extra protection here. So this is could be definitely something. Now, the color purple and green are very prominent in your reading today. So this could be colors that you feel very drawn to. I love green, as you can see. I love it. I use it most of the time because I really like it, and this is how I also connect. So um, you could be also maybe that's why I'm talking about this. I use the clothes that I'm drawn to, the colors that I'm drawn to. Okay, because I know there's something in my chakra um, line that I need to realign, activate more. Maybe it's in excess, and I need to kind of align. Um, Decrease the energy or something like that. So this could be something that you could be looking into as well. Now, this person is carrying a book here, okay? It feels like the book of life for some way, shape, or form. So this could be also you looking in books for some reason, um, to learn more, to understand something. There's this sense that you connecting with yourself. It's really beautiful because I don't feel this like it's about the world. No, it's about you. It's about your connection with divine, your connection with spirit, your connection with your higher self, whichever you want to call. And then we have walking away from things. Look at that. She's stepping away from a garden into the all, right? So this could be freeing yourself when you connect with these two energies. You're freeing yourself. So this Mercury retrograde going direct really feels like freeing yourself from something. You could have been working on a lot of energy about you, about your past, about your roots, about all of that, and you're finally able to free yourself. That walking away, I feel like free yourself from something here. Okay, so let's dive in more into the tarot and see what else is going on for you. We're going to go back into our 5 card spread, but we're going to shift a little bit here the interpretation. So we're going to start with the recent past, the present, and then on what you don't see coming, we're going to look into what theme are we talking about here specifically for you. On the advice from spirit, we're going to be checking how can you align better with the energy to move forward, and then the outcome of all of that energy. Okay, so let's start here for Taurus. Temperance in the recent past, we were talking about healing, we're talking about all of that, we're talking about angel energy, beautiful. And the present, Ace of Cups, this feels very strongly about self-love. Now, the main theme, 5 of Cups, makes total sense. Let go of freeing yourself from the stuff that has been holding you back and opening up. Now, how can you align with the energy, judgment, divine timing? This is the time for you to rise. And the outcome for this reading, I really like this reading for you, feels very, very strong. What's the outcome? 7 of Swords. You people can't lie to you anymore. People can't lie to you anymore. There's something here, if there was people lying to you, they can't really do that anymore because you're not allowing it, right? But let's clarify here with the Witch's Tarot before we dive into the reading. Now, for Temperance in the recent past, the High Priestess, yes. We're talking about this very strong inner energy, right? Healing and all of that. The feminine, I told you I feel a lot of feminine energy. There you go. Temperance and High Priestess as well. A lot of feminine energy here. Now, for the Ace of Cups in your present energy, 8 of Swords. Beautiful. Now, on the main theme here with the 5 of Cups, we have the 7 of Swords. For the judgment on how to align with the energy, we have the Queen of Pentacles, all about you, an earth sign. And finally, for the 7 of Swords on the outcome, we have the Knight of Wands. Beautiful. Okay. Let's go back to the beginning here and look into this energy. So we're talking about recent past here with the Temperance and this High Priestess. Now, the Temperance and the High Priestess here are giving me a lot of sense of, in the past, there was a lot of inner divine feminine, connecting with the moon, connecting with my intuition, connect with everything, understanding, because the Temperance is also about alchemy, right? Alchemizing the emotions. And here feels very strong about emotions because look at that. It's here, water to water, right? It's me understanding that the highs and lows, they match, right? They balance. And the Temperance is all about balance as well. It's about being patient because when it's like the seasons, you don't have summer all year round, you don't have the winter all the time. There are seasons for each part of your life, and there are phases in your life. So this could be also when we're talking about, there has been some situation here that you had to just focus on, this is just a phase, this is just a season, I'm learning, I'm understanding, and then I will move forward. Is it easy? I don't think it's easy, okay? Because this is the universe putting you in this position. Maybe you have been warned before that you have to work through something here, and it's becoming quite crystal clear that all answers are inside and not outside. You could have been looking for answers outside. Maybe you go to a tarot reader and say, I want to know about this. And the answer is look inside to this aspect and that aspect of you. And maybe some of you might not be very happy with that answer because you want crystal clear. And this could have been something that happened in the past. Now, when it comes to the present energy for you, we have the Ace of Cups and the 8 of Swords. We are definitely talking about I'm understanding that this has been a mental prison because I was very stuck into my head rather than into my heart. So there's a lot of realization here because with the Ace of Cups here, it feels like you are learning to love yourself again. You are learning to understand, to be patient with yourself and know that everything takes its divine timing. The answers are there, and we could even be talking about a lot of times you had that sense that something was off, when you have a feeling and suddenly the thing happened and you're like, whoa, I knew that was going to happen, right? So it's your self trust. It's you trusting yourself. It's you knowing because there's a big connection here. And when you decide to free yourself from old ways of thinking, limiting beliefs, people telling you what you should be doing or not doing, when you say something about your intuition, people say, "Oh, that's not okay, that's just your imagination." That's people trying to keep you small, but I see that you want to open up, and that's what we see here in this theme, right? It's about stopping belief. This is old lies, right? Old lies that you've been told. There's a lot of breaking generational trauma, letting go of the past, looking back and start to asking questions, maybe in your bloodline. No one ever asked questions, right? Previous generations, they just told you have to do this or that. And they were like, okay. And now you start, why do I have to do this? Why did someone told you to do this, this, and this, such and such, right? So you're asking questions, you're challenging. And that's what I see when people just and you could actually see a lot of situations they don't know how to reply because it was a lie all along. So you're breaking free from that. I this feels like a keyword for you, breaking free during this Mercury going direct, right? What is the advice? How can you align better into the energy? You don't have to worry because the universe is going to put the right people, the right situations, going to put it right inside of you. Now, this could be a situation that it comes to align with your purpose, aligning with who you are, aligning with your karma that is paid, and now it's the time to enjoy because Queen of Pentacles, she is balanced, she is grounded, she's very intuitive, and she knows what she wants, right? She goes after what she wants, and the universe is giving you a little push here, like, you know what you have to do, you know where you have to go, it's time to get up and go. So I'll give you a little push and then you take action, right? And what do you take action for? To not taking stuff for granted anymore and not allowing. I feel like you are becoming a line detector here, right? And even before people start talking to you, you already know and you just step away. When you go to a group of people or some community event, some event or something gathering, and people are like, oh, let's talk with that person. She's amazing. Oh, she's great. And you're like, oh, there's something doesn't feel right. So I'm just going to divert here, take a diversion here, right? Like you go there, I'll meet you in a second, and you never go there. Why? You just step away. Why? Because you can feel when someone is not the right energy for you. I'm not saying they are bad people, and you don't have to say they're bad people. They're just not, their energy is not aligned to yours, not compatible with your energy. So there's a lot of great things here. You are sharpening up way more in terms of, sorry, little fly here, you are sharpening up way more, understanding more, learning more. Your vision is way more sharp. This could be also your intuition, but most importantly, your self love, it's high right now. So take charge of that, okay? Free yourself from limiting beliefs. This is what the energy is asking you to do. Step away from things that don't serve you as much as you can. Sometimes we're like, oh yeah, I'm just going to move, but sometimes it's not possible to move straight away. So restrict your energy with certain people around, and that's already a beginning of you just cutting off the toxicity until you are able to take the step on your divine timing. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Taurus. Thank you so much. And until next time, have a great Mercury direct. Take care.